Yahawashi, Amashiach, Barakatai, Thumya, yeah. Shalom to the brothers. Shalom to the brothers out there, you know. Shalom to the brothers out there. Alright? Shout out to the brothers doing the work in the highways with sincerity. Now, we were on 2 Maccabees, chapter 8, right? Verse 9. Chapter 8, verse 9. And 16 through 18, right? Okay. 2 Maccabees. Chapter 8 and verse 9. Then forthwith choosing Nicanor, the son of Patroclus, one of his special friends, he sent him with no fewer than 20,000 of all nations under him to root out the whole generation of the Jews, and with him he joined also Gorgias, a captain who in matters of war had great experience. So they wanted to wipe out the whole generation of the Jews. To root out the whole generation of the Jews, right? Let's read what verse 16 through 18 reads now. 2 Maccabees 8, verse 16 through 18. So Maccabeus called his men together unto the number of 6,000, and exhorted them not to be stricken with terror of the enemy, not to fear the great multitude of the heathen who came wrongfully against them, but to fight manfully, and to set before their eyes the injury that they had unjustly done to the holy place, and the cruel handling of the city whereof they made a mockery, and also the taking away of the government of their forefathers. For they said, he trust in their weapons and boldness, but our confidence is in the Almighty Yahweh, who at a beck can cast down both them that come against us, and also all the world. So you see there, man, like, they were trying to wipe us out. They were trying to wipe the Israelites out, the true Jews. And Maccabeus, one of the leaders in that time, in his time there, he told them not to fear, because the Lord Almighty Yahweh is with them. He could take them out. He could take them out there. So we told him not to fear. He told him not to fear them. So that was 2 Maccabees here in the Apocrypha here. Let's go to Jeremiah 9, verse 2. Jeremiah chapter 9 and verse 2. And it reads, "Oh, that I had in the wilderness a lodging place, a wayfaring man, that I might lead my people and go from them. For they be all adulterers, an assembly of treacherous men." So even Jeremiah the prophet, he wanted to get away from them, because they be adulterers and a treacherous man. Like Yahawashi was saying too, how long should I put up with this generation of adulterous generation? So that's what Jeremiah was saying too here. You know, they was basically feeling the same way. Right there, the word is saying. Alright. Now, let's go to 2nd Maccabees 7 verse. Second Maccabees. Chapter 7. Verse 2. Alright, 2nd Maccabees chapter 7 verse 2. "But one of them that spake first said thus, What wouldest thou ask to learn of us? We are ready to die rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers." So they were saying there that they would have been ready to die than to transgress the laws of their fathers here. That's what they told him there. That they were rather be ready to die than to transgress the laws of their fathers. Now let's go to verse 9 through 10. "And when he was at the last gap, he said, Thou, like a fury taketh us out of this present life, but the King of the world shall raise us up, who have died for his laws, unto everlasting life. After him was the third made a mocking stock, and when he was required, he put out his tongue, and that right soon holding forth his hands manfully." So they were killing them here in the story here in Maccabees, and they weren't trying to transgress the laws. So they were ready to die there at that moment there for the Most High Yahweh. Verse 15 through 16. "Afterward they brought the fifth also, and mangled him. Then looked he unto the king and said, Thou hast power over man, thou art corruptible, thou doest what thou wilt. Yet think not that our nation is forsaken of Yahweh." So he was telling him right before he was about to be, cut off of the earth. He told him, "You prideful man, you take glory over man for your power, but you do not consider that we are forsaken of our God Yahweh, our Lord Yahweh," he said. He told him. So that's what the man told him there. Now let's go to verse 41. No, let's go to verse 20. Verse 20. But the mother was marvelous above all and worthy of honorable memory. For when she saw her 7 sons slain with the space of one day, she bare it with a good courage, because of the hope that she had in the Lord. Alright, so that was their mother. She was seeing that her sons get she was seeing that her sons were getting slain there. Verse 23. But doubtless the creator of the world, who formed the generation of man and found out the beginning of all things, will also in his own mercy give you breath and life again, as ye now regard not your own selves for his law's sake. Verse 29. Fear not this tormentor, but being worthy of thy brethren, take thy death, that I may receive thee again in mercy with thy brethren. Verse 30. While she was yet speaking these words, the young man said, Whom wait ye for? I will not obey the king's commandment, but I will obey the commandment of the law that was given unto our fathers by Moses. Verse 33. And though the living Lord Yahweh be angry with us a little while for our chastening and correction, yet shall he be at one again with his servants. Verse 36. For our brethren who now have suffered a short pain are dead under Yahweh's covenant of everlasting life. But thou through the judgment of Yahweh shalt receive just punishment for thy pride. But I, as my brethren, offer up my body and life for the laws of our fathers, beseeching Yahweh that he would speedily be merciful unto our nation, and that thou by torments and plagues mayest confess that he alone is Yahweh, and that in me and my brethren the wrath of the Almighty, which is justly brought upon our nation, may cease. Then the king, being in a rage, handled him worse than all the rest, and took it grievously that he was mocked. Verse 41. Last of all, after the sons, the mother died. Verse 40. So this man died undefiled and put his whole trust in Yahweh. That's what happened here. This story here I just read. So basically what happened, man, was in that time period when Maccabees was the leader there, you know, this family here, they you know, were getting killed, they were getting slain, the king was slaying them right there. And then for not following their laws, because they were trying to make them, you know, eat pork and everything like that.